Graniola. This is the Graniola channel, and I'd like to tell you a folk tale. What follows is a pretty gruesome tale of filicide. It's told very often and quite effectively to frighten small children. If you're a fan of Euripides' plays, you may be familiar with its theme. The weeping woman, retold hundreds and maybe thousands of times per year, delivers the message, "Don't go near the water if you don't know how to swim." Very often, people will travel far from the places where they were born in order to take advantage of others. It happened that a happy young woman was living in a tiny mountain village, and such a thing took place. Her family and friends were farmers, so luckily they had enough to eat, but they could be described as poor because not one of them had anything more than a simple house and one or two garments and a pair of boots. No one ever hesitated to help a neighbor when he needed it, and always trusted that someone would come to his or her aid if asked. They all worked hard during the day, but as soon as the sun set, would relax and chat and tell stories or sing songs together before going to sleep for the night. Perhaps because they were all equally poor, no one was jealous of anyone else. Life was very peaceful until the day when a man who had crossed the great ocean came walking up the mountain. He was tall, and his attire was quite different than what the farmers were accustomed to. They used simple clothing that was comfortable to work in and agreeable to relax in. The walking up the mountain man wore an artistically fashioned suit that was designed to flatter his face and figure. When he walked into the group of relaxing mountain people, he and the girl felt an immediate mutual attraction. At that moment, you could have said they fell in love. They were married after only 2, or it could have been 3 weeks, and within 10, or it might have been 11 months, they had born to them a pair of fraternal twins, one little girl and one tiny boy. It's not easy to take care of small babies, and in this case, the 2 newborns seemed to coordinate their schedules so that one was always crying while the other was asleep. Since they took turns making loud sobbing displays, neither parent got much rest. The lack of sleep made them both very irritable, and if they had ever been in love, they had both forgotten what that felt like. Finally, one morning, the man said that he was leaving, and he walked away down the mountain. The woman was angry and sad and exhausted. Unfortunately, during the previous months, she had lost the connection that she had felt with the other villagers. In desperation, she picked up the 2 babies and started down the path that the man had taken. She did this with no particular plan in mind. She walked slowly. She wasn't trying to catch up with the man, and she had no energy left, so she allowed the weight of her children and the declining angle of the path to pull them forward. Maybe she was in a trance. Perhaps she was just exhausted. Whatever the reason, when she came to a river, she threw first one and then the other of the twins into the water. In the moment when she did so, the little baby girl was sobbing loudly with her mouth open, and swallowing a large amount of water, she sank quickly. The boy was asleep, and he was under the surface in a few seconds. The woman stared at the running water for some time until she came to her senses and realized what she had done. She began running down the stream that had carried her offspring away. When she understood that she couldn't reach them, She desperately clawed her way to the land of the dead, but she was denied entrance. The story says that she still roams the earth, thin and sad and weeping, caught between the living and the dead, moving from place to place, constantly searching for the two that she threw into the river. Many people maintain that she tries to steal other children, thinking that they are her own. Parents and grandparents tell and retell this story to small children, hoping that hearing it will stop them from wandering out of their homes alone or entering a body of water without adult supervision. This is a precautionary tale that is told and retold in Mexico.